Hey, what's up guys? This is my review of the new Tract Toric Ultra HD 2.5 to 15. Now what I got coming today is something that's definitely different for my channel. Here's what I'm gonna do. All right, now this scope is available in 4 configurations. 2 in second focal plane, 2 in first focal plane. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the reticles, show you the differences on these scopes, and then I'll show you how they performed at the range. And during my range test, I mounted a different scope for each test. That way you can kind of see them in action. But make sure and come back after that because I got a little something I want to share with you. All right, enough bullshit. Let's check these damn things out. All right, there's a quick look at them. Now you'll notice a little bit of difference in the turrets and on the side because some of these have illumination, some don't. There's a look at the ones that have the cap turrets. There's the first focal plane with the exposed turrets. Both of them focus down to 10 yards. One has illumination, one doesn't. When you're talking about going from second focal plane to the first focal plane, let's take a quick look at the second focal plane up close. Now the second focal plane have the covered turrets that also are easily re-zeroed just by taking loose one little screw, pulling up the cap and turning it. Listen to this. That's what good, really good turrets look and feel like. These things are solid as a rock. No slop, no slack of any kind, and they work perfect. The side focus is as smooth as you would ever hope for a scope in this price range. It's got 11-step illumination. Takes a 2032 battery. You'll see everything on this scope is sealed up with O-rings. It is just an incredible, incredible piece of glass. There's a quick look at the 2 reticles. You'll see them again here in a minute. Now let's look at the first focal plane. On the first focal plane, you'll see there's no illumination on the side, but it does go down to 10 yards. What it does have, check that out, is the push-pull vertical turrets. They lock. They're easily re-zeroed, and again, no slack, no slop of any kind. They're solid as a rock. Now on the side, it has a cap turret. And for guys like me, for hunting long-range precision, this is what I prefer. It can also be re-zeroed by loosening that screw, putting it back on, cap it up, and you're off and running. All right, let's take a look at the eyepiece on this thing. Now, every single thing that moves on this scope moves with a purpose and has precision that just screams high quality. When you play with a scope in this price range, this is what you hope to find. The Tract Toric line hits it out of the park every single time. The magnification ring is 180 degrees to go from one extreme to the other, 2.5 to 15. And the beauty of this power range is the huge field of view you get when it's on 2.5. There's a look at the turret on the first focal plane, pulled up and down. In the MOA version, it's 1/4 MOA per click. To re-zero it, all you have to do is remove that little cap, O-rings included, of course, like everything else. Look at the machining on this thing. It's just a beautiful, well-machined tool. To re-zero it, once you get it where you want it, put it back on, screw the little stud back in, pull up on it to unlock it, you're off and rolling again. All right, quick rundown on the differences, highlighted right there. Now, let's take a look at this thing downrange at 100 yards. I'm going to test each thing with a different reticle. You'll see in a minute. There's a look at just how clear this thing really is. Now, with the vertical tracking, this is the second focal plane, illuminated BDC. I ran it all the way from stop to stop. Give you an idea of just how much travel you have in this thing. Right here at the top, you'll see the illumination come on for just a second. Through the camera, it's hard to pick it up, but trust me, it is daylight bright. All right, next here comes the horizontal tracking. Now this is the plex with the floating dot right in the center of it. It's not illuminated right here in this test because I want you to see the contrast, and even without it illuminated, just how clearly you can pick it up, and easily you can pick it up with your eye. Here comes the box test. This one right here is done with the mil-radian version of the first focal plane. I'm running it 1 full revolution each direction and right back to 0. And as soon as I finish up the box test, you guessed it, the mighty nipple twister.
Holy shit.
All right, now here on the nipple twister, this is the MOA version. I'm just going nuts on the turret. You'll see my little fire starter come up here in just a minute where I really give that top turret hell. I couldn't do it on the side turret because I just didn't have enough to grab hold to. But the top turret, it called a lot of hell while I was playing with this thing. Guys, there's a certain feeling you get when you actually get to play with a really, really good tool of any kind. Playing with this scope gives you that feeling every single time, regardless of which configuration it was. It just continued to impress. I showed everybody at the range that day. I was out there filming this particular scope and the second focal plane versions of it. Everybody was blown away. Yeah, they're badasses, aren't they? The guys at Tract killed it, absolutely killed it with this freaking scope. I'm not going to talk any more about it. I'm just going to say this. Certified badass. And it's been a while since I've said that. Certified badass for all 4 models. I wouldn't say this if I didn't 100% believe it. It's one of the most impressive scopes for its price range that I've reviewed in the last couple of years. Guys, if you like this video, check out this video, this playlist to my other Tract videos, and stay tuned for more great scope reviews. See you guys.